What is good, y'all? Sean to SmooveGotGame, man. It's your boy SGG back here with the Browns rebuild as we're ready to get into our bye week, where I want to make some, you can say, rather interesting moves here. I want to definitely try to trade away some pieces that I know that I don't want to re-sign, just to make the team at least a little bit better. These are going to be mostly moves for like draft picks, not really kind of going player for player, but I definitely want to try to make these moves here with the mind of getting more draft picks, more draft capital, either trade up to get higher level talent or just depth at certain positions. So we'll definitely be kind of looking to move off some of these players and send them to locations where they actually can make a difference for another team. So first thing I'm doing here is Extasy, free safety, 32 years old, 73 overall. We're not bringing him back, but I was actually able to find a team where he actually would make an impact on a playoff run caliber team. And that team was actually the 49ers. They have free safety as a need for them. They have the room to fit him on their roster. And if you look at their free safety room, or the safety room in general, he would come in and be a starter already. Because I think that 74 is with a decrease due to morality. So obviously going to a new team might help that. But yeah, he would come in and already be one step up from Pinnock. So it could help them out with getting something moved forward. Now with him being as old as he is, and not really kind of being any kind of help to them, I figured the best thing to do here for the 49ers would be to give up like a late pick. So I'm not even going for a late pick this year. They have 2 7s in next year's draft. I'm going for a 2027 7th round pick for Extasy and seeing if they actually just go with it. I haven't even tested this to see if they will. So we're just going to kind of hope here that this pick will go through and they're okay with it. So we go to move out Extasy. Don't have to worry about re-signing him, and that gives them an extra 7th round pick. All right, now the next order of business here is moving off of a quarterback. Now, between the Raiders and Rams, both of them are in positions where they need a quarterback here soon, and both can benefit from having Gabriel. Gabriel has hidden development, so he's either got star or superstar development. High draft pick for us, but we already know we're going with Shedeur Sanders here in the series or drafting a whole new quarterback. Gabriel is not getting any burn over here in Cleveland, at least in this franchise. So if you guys can give some love to that, leave a like, comment down below what you guys feel about that, or show some love, but we're going to go ahead and try here a different series of picks. I don't know which one will work, so we're going to kind of hop back and forth to see. I feel like I could get a first off of Gabriel. Just where he is as a player. I can look at his player card here. I mean, they gave him normal development. Did they regress him? Because I'm pretty sure he had hidden development. Did he lose it at some point? I'm almost certain he had hidden development. But I can obviously easily give it back to him because I'm 100% positive he had hidden development when we started the series out, because I was like talking about how hard it was going to be to switch off him. So to help them out too a little bit, I can give him his hidden development back at least, or give him star development or something. But this will be a great chance for them. They have quarterback as their number one need. Matthew Stafford is getting older. I think he's 37 now at this point. They have nothing here young to back him up, and he's actually a better overall at 67. To where he could be the number 2 backup and possibly take over this team next year, to where they wouldn't have to use one of these first round picks on a quarterback. As we've seen, there's a lot of quarterbacks going early, and some of the good ones can be taken pretty quickly. So with that being said, Gabriel for a first round pick. Will the Rams do it? Not at all. Okay, so I factored that in. I thought maybe they wouldn't. So what I'm going to do then instead is go to the Raiders, who has quarterback as number 2, Geno Smith at 34 years old, and then pick it behind him. Not really any young options. I'm going to go for their 2nd round pick here. So an early 2nd round pick as a possible turnaround. Wow, that's not even enough. It might be because he's down to normal development. I guess nobody wants, even though he's a rookie, you have a rookie contract, you wouldn't necessarily have to go after a quarterback. I would have thought this would have been a good move. Let me go back to the Rams. Their pick is at 75, opposed to 68. We might as well go Raiders 3rd. And if this doesn't work, maybe go with the Rams 3rd. Okay, so they're not interested in it. Wow. I really thought this would go a little bit easier. I thought we'd be able to find something for Gabriel, but maybe not. Maybe they're really interested in going for the draft. So this might have to be a move that we make maybe in the offseason then. Yeah, like after the draft, when we see like what teams have what, and then we could possibly offer up Gabriel to a team that still needs a quarterback. So at least some quarterback competition. So yeah, that might have to be the move here, because obviously I'm not trying to give up like a 6th or 7th, but these two teams were the two that actually needed a quarterback the most and made the most sense, and they're not willing to budge at all. Like nobody else has a really kind of aging veteran that's could benefit from this to kind of sit behind and learn. I mean, I'm trying to think of like the next oldest. Oh, well, the Steelers did have. Steelers have a need for it. Obviously, with Aaron Rodgers. I didn't want to send them somewhere in the division, though. I think that's why I took them off of my list of teams that I didn't want to trade with. But if they're willing to give up maybe one of these thirds, not even. Okay, it's going to be an offseason trade then. So Gabriel will stay on the team at least for this whole first year. And with that trade, though, we are going to come here to our practice squad as Millard Bradford was a free safety on our practice squad. Gets an upgrade here from his time down there. So he's up to a 63 overall now with +3 zone coverage. So he's up to 60 man, 69 zone, 92 speed. It's not too bad. His play recognition ability is all kind of pretty bad. But hopefully maybe signing from the practice squad, we'll get him some reps here to end the season and be our new backup free safety. And now with 90 million in cap space, I definitely want to take care of some of our free agents that I know for sure I want to get back that at least have interest in re-signing, like Greg Newsome Jr. here. He wants 4 years, about 10 million a season. He does have interest base because he has a scheme fit here. We don't have a mentor at his position, which is kind of lacking. We'll just kind of offer the neutral offer here, giving him exactly what it is he would want. So we go ahead and sign Greg Newsome back to the squad. Not the most exciting signing here, but Jerome Baker actually has interest in coming back too as well. So he just wants a little 2-year deal, which will take him into his age 30 season. Still at star development. Still a pretty good starter out there at the outside. So definitely want to just sign him back on that base deal. And after a trade that we just made, I definitely want to make Ronnie Hickman a signee here for a little while. You know, I'm definitely going to give him more than 2. Actually want to kind of go 4 years here to see if he can really develop here at free safety. 74 overall, young. Now he only has normal development, but I think with time we can get him to kind of be a really good free safety here. So I'm going to improve aligns with my interests. I'd sign today if there was some way to improve how this team aligns with my interests. Wow. Even though I upgraded you to a 4-year deal, you're not going to get that in free agency. Now David Njoku, we already know we want to sign back to as well. So this will be a huge move for our cap space here. 3 years. I mean, I doubt he's going to take this offer since we don't have like a line with his interest. So I'm going to up this a little bit. That'd be 3 years. What's that? 18.2 million total? Or 18.2 million a season? Oh, no, I'm tripping. 15.2 million a season. And he's not willing to sign back either unless we align back with his interest. Wow. Okay. So it's more than just overpaying unless I just have to drastically overpay. But some of these guys, we might be losing. So I might have to move on here at tight end, regardless of if I want to or not. There we go. We got David Njoku signed, man, the following week. I just offered an extra $1 million to the bonus. So I did have to overpay quite a bit for him, but we were able to at least go to get him signed back. Now, what we're going to kind of do with the rest of this, I don't know. I mean, offensive line, we definitely want to keep this as good as possible. I think I have 2 guards, both up for contracts. I mean, if I'm able to sign both these guys back, I can move one to center, one to guard. But 1 year, 17 million for a guard that doesn't even want to come back, so we're going to have to overpay. And then 2 years, basically 10 million a season for the other one. We go to the right side. He wants 1 year's 11 million. I can't pay almost 40 million for an offensive line that, you know, isn't even doing their job right now, technically. So I told y'all we'll go quick here on the end of the season. I mean, there's not much we're playing for. At a 2-6 record, we're kind of pretty much out of the standings. We haven't been eliminated officially yet, but I mean, 6-2 is going to be kind of hard to come back from. Now, wild card 4-4 might be possible, but it's going to start with a win first. So can we take down the Jets here to start the day off? That's what I like to see, baby. We're going to get a dub here, 20-17 against the Jets. They almost bounced back in that fourth quarter against us, but did just enough to get a victory, despite having, looks like 0 offense, but 2 turnovers on their side helped us out. 2 interceptions off Justin Fields, even though he went crazy. 159, 2 touchdowns here for Sanders. Still not really getting the ball down the field too much. See here, Pat running the ball 4-12 for 51, not bad. Sanders 6 for 21 out the backfield. Looks like he's been rushing a lot more recently. Judy 2 for 77 and a touchdown, and then Fandon Jr. also caught the other touchdown there for us. Defensively, that's a lot of tackles up there at the top end. But who got our turnovers? We got 2 sacks from Garrett, 1 for Graham, and an interception from Cameron Mitchell and Grant Delpit. So okay, I will take something like this, though. I mean, a great game all the way around. I would love, of course, a little bit better on the offensive end. But after the changes to the scheme, it looks like we had a little bit better showing. Now, still not as much on the pass game as I would like to see. But looks like we do have some storyline stuff here. We have another film room prep heading into Baltimore. I don't know why against Baltimore. Of all teams, we want to try to prep stuff up. But we do have a new injury coming off the last game, too, as well. Let's see. If we can figure out who that is here. Nope, IR. Greg Newsome Jr. He did break his finger in practice last week. He's week to week. So his status right now is showing out, but I don't know if he'll be able to play this week. We'll have to check the practice. Jerome Ford is now out 3 to 5 weeks with a pulled groin. But it looks like both of our two big injuries with Judkins and David Njoku are back from their injuries. So let's see how that makes the depth chart look now. At tight end, yep, Njoku is back. At halfback, Judkins is back. Okay, so it's like one halfback goes down, one comes back. That actually works out just perfectly. Now I do know that they sometimes come in here and change up the information here. So let me just double check and make sure. Yep, see, I thought they did this. I want Bond to be my slot receiver, and they put Carter right back to it. I'm seeing a team that has trouble running on early downs. Their halfback just doesn't have the skill set to break loose. Okay. And we definitely aren't going to do anything with Lamar. So yeah, I'm going to agree with that then. We're going to stop the running down. It looks like they want to blitz heavy. So that means when I do my game plan, I want to do the game plan that has to do with blitzing. So let's go ahead and let the team know what are our goals for today. Settle in. We need to talk about strategy for this upcoming matchup. Music to my ears, coach. I got some aggression to get out anyway. Okay, Carson. 5 tackles and a TFL for Carson. There are Mike Backer trying to kind of get loose on these blitzes. Well, that's a terrifying response, but you better get it done. Give up less than 50 rushing yards. Against the Ravens, it's almost impossible, so I don't know why they want to do this, but I'll take it. I don't know how we're going to get it done against a Baltimore team like this. I really want to see how this works out, but before we get into that, let's go to mock draft 2, as they still have us picking here in the top 3, going left guard Manu Corona. Now here, or not left guard, left edge. Manu Corona says TJ Bean is going number 2 to the Dolphins. Quarterback Elijah Morgan 1 to the Saints. Our 5th pick, thanks to the Jaguars here too as well. We have left tackle Michael Holmes. This is their predictions to get. Now I did actually put stuff on my favorites board, so that also could be impacting it a little bit there for us. But now I'm seeing quarterbacks go a little bit less frequently. Only 2 in the top 10. Looks like 3 in the top 15. 4 in the first round total. When last time I believe, didn't we have like 6 quarterbacks going overall? Okay, no, we still had only 5 going here in the first round. It's just all 5 were before pick 15. Now they're a little bit more spread out. Okay, makes sense. But that's the one thing I did forget to tell you guys about my prospects. I actually started looking and adding to my favorites board. After some of the scouting was done, here's kind of what my favorite board looks like so far. We got a couple left tackles, mostly edge rushers here, as we're trying to make the most out of these first round picks. I don't have anything past the first round on here yet because I'm not too much worried about round 2 and beyond here in the early stages. We'll get to that in the preseason, but there's a lot of good talent here. Like if I look at just like my left tackles, for example, both of them. Let's go left tackle. Both had pretty good on their pass blocking settings here. I mean, if we look, they're not the number 1 guy here on the board at all, but pass blocking here, you have an overall A here for Holmes. We probably might want to focus on him to see what these other 2 ratings are. Pass block finesse being at an A, and then a chance at B on regular pass block is good right here for Colangelo. But that was kind of the best we were able to pull up there for that. If we look at left edge, I just basically went for anything with an A here at these spots. So TJB, you see A finesse moves. You see Clavio here, A power moves. You see Locke here. It's probably my favorite right now just because he has an A and C skill set on the outsides of that. But we also have Corona here with an A finesse move. So it looks like a lot of speed rushers on the left side. Now on the right side, only one guy could go possibly in the first round. He's got A block shedding with C's on his power move finesse moves. That's actually a pretty good mix there. I'm not going to lie. B finesse moves here in the 3rd round, but we're not looking at these later rounds, but there are definitely some options here on day 3 to definitely get and build depth at those spots. Safety, I did have one here on my list. He was on the strong side here with Devon Haynes, just because he had the B man coverage, B to D zone coverage possibility, A play rec as a little hybrid run support kind of look here. A tackling is definitely going to be something to look out here for. Possible round 1 safety, especially with us just trading one away. I know I just gave out or at least attempted to give out a 4-year deal to our free safety, but I could possibly start over here with Haynes. I mean, B man coverage is not bad at all for a safety. So that's kind of like what my board looks like as of right now. Didn't go through every position. Didn't even look at our receivers because last time I checked, yeah, they weren't this high up. Like I wasn't getting a lot of these ratings. But now that I got some of these ratings and I can actually look at the route runnings with the catchings, because before all I had was catching traffic, in like one of these ratings. Now that we're getting some of these guys almost at 100%, I'm definitely going to start taking more of a look at these guys as our national scout gets more focused on these guys and seeing how many of these guys actually have that round 1 talent to go with that round 1 projection. And some upgrades here before we're going to get to the last game. Mason Graham, 3 upgrades. What happened? What did he do? Let's look at the progression history here. 14,000 XP because he got 5 sacks in a season, gives him 13,000 XP, a couple legacy points here and there, but 3 XP bonus now. He's an 81 overall nose tackle. Looking at his ratings, he's 84 block shed, 79 power moves, 69 finesse. I say let's just go put 1 in each of these buckets here. So we'll put 1 speed rusher. Try to get the speed rush ability up to a 75 plus 2 finesse plus 2 block shed. We'll go 1 in power rusher, which gets him up to a plus 6 finesse move plus 3 break tackle. And we'll put 1 into nose tackle here, which does nothing. Okay, so nose tackle, I mean, I think I did recognize that earlier. Nose tackle really doesn't do anything for them. Like if you upgrade nose tackle, you're not getting any actual attributes that mean anything, meaning like the block shape, power rusher, finesse move. So if you can, stay away from that. But we just well-rounded him out completely with those finesse move upgrades. 77 finesse, 80 on his power move, and now 86 block shed. He's going to be a problem at that nose tackle spot right up the middle. Now I also have Jerome Ford here with an upgrade too as well. Definitely just going to keep continuing to get him better. Just upgrade the elusive back here. I mean, if we have to make a switch and Judkins isn't going to play like he is in real life, then, you know, of course we have that option. Samson though here too as a backup. Going to get him with an elusive backup grade here too, as they're both kind of catching up to where Judkins is. Now, of course, we have some more backup positions here. I mean, obviously our third string tight end, backup edge rusher, and our kicker. Not too focused on these upgrades. Let's just see if we can go ahead and take down Baltimore here in the next upcoming week. So another low-scoring game here, which it looks like we might have achieved our goal, only 89 rushing yards from the Ravens, and only 189 through the air. So I mean, just yardage in total here just looks like it's very, very low. You know, in these simulations, this is what I'm starting to notice here. 139. I mean, still completion percentage is pretty bad. No touchdowns at all there for him. Judkins back into his groove though, 17 for 71. Hill only held to 47 and Jackson with 33. So I guess no Derrick Henry. I wonder if he's hurt then for them. As I mean, honestly, it's just been really bad as far as, and I don't know if it's the simulation or I had heard that it got fixed, but everything just seems to be on the low end. I mean, if you look at some of these scores, I mean, nobody scored 30 points. Even when we've lost, we're not giving up 30 points. We're barely scoring in the 20s, barely leaving the teens, and the yardage totals have been extremely low for us. Now, if we look at like the rankings here, for example, I mean, we're last in points per game with 11.7, but not giving up a whole lot of points either with 19.7. So on average, losing games 11 to 19. Yardage totals, I mean, are incredibly low. I don't know if there's something I can do to fix that. I don't know if that's like me going in and actually just watching the games more often, but yeah, there's another loss here. Just kind of puts us further out of place here as we look at the records here. We're 3-7. The 7th place team right now is the Steelers at 5-5. So I mean, we're still technically 2 games behind them, so close. But I still believe this season is pretty much all for loss, especially if we can't get these points per games up, and we haven't seen any kind of interesting storyline. So we might just go ahead and jump through these next 3 weeks pretty quickly, just so we can kind of wrap up to get to the end of the season a little bit closer. Because honestly, yeah, we can't even do any team building at this point. I mean, other than scouting the players, but I want to fully look at those receivers near the end of the year to see what's going on with that. Y'all, it's not getting any easier. You see, we're on a 4-game losing streak, in which case we have scored all of 17 points in 4 games. The offense is just not moving. And obviously, you know, when you're just straight up simulating, it is the stock playbook. So it's not, you can't even say it's my plays that's causing this to happen, but it's just not working. 118 yards, 3 sacks here in this game, 13 for 22% completion percentage. The run game is actually popping though. You know, Judkins is doing his thing, 16 for 72 and a touchdown here. He's doing his thing. It's just, I mean, we aren't keeping Sanders upright. I mean, that's 3 sacks in that game. Here against the 49ers. Only 1 time he got sacked here, but that completion percentage is still low. 2 interceptions here, 177. We just gotta upgrade him as fast as possible, which is crazy to think that his accuracies are off by this much when he actually has good accuracy ratings. Here, 235, but 3 picks, 18 for 34 on the ground. I mean, 58 yards rushing for us, and then the defense is just not playing good at all either. So within this 4-game losing streak, which we've had 2 big losing streaks all season, we've given them 14, 21, 24, 12. A 3-12 score is actually pretty wild. But with 4 games left in the year, I'm sitting here with questions as to what is going on. Defensively, we're great in pass defense. Run defense is trash. But, of course, when we're losing by so much, they have nothing to do but run the ball and run up their stats in the run game. So we have to find a way to get this pass offense moving, because as of right now, and it might be the Browns playbook, it is not really gelling too well with our QB and I guess his play style. Now, of course, here we do have some upgrades for some of our stars here. Judkins getting another upgrade here. So we look star run development running back. 37 morale, of course, would be extremely low. 90 speed, 91 acceleration, 82 change direction. Juke move at 86 isn't too bad. So we'll go ahead and upgrade him. Let's upgrade his receiving backs. Because, I mean, if he's going to be our 3-down back, he's got to be able to catch the ball. So I'm going to get an upgrade in there, plus 3 short route running. We do have a quarter upgrade for our quarterback here, who right now is a scrambler. So maybe that actually has something to do with it too. I noticed in past games that it has actually had an effect on it. When scrambler's the #1 archetype, you're kind of pretty much set up for failure. So I'm going to try to get that out of the way as quickly as possible with these upgrades. So we're getting a field general upgrade here, plus 2. They keep giving it an upgraded boost to scrambler. So I guess I don't know if that's improviser, strong arm I got to do, but I have to do something to get scrambler out the way. But we're going to focus on field general until we can get that moved out the way. And as we're going up against another 3-10 team here, we've seen like the team be struggling here to get wins. Let's jump into a game, see if we can maybe snap this 4-game losing streak and see what exactly is going on with this offense. So I mean, weekly strategy, I try to go with what they say is, you know, the kind of the best thing to do here. I mean, we have 2 defensive abilities. Does that maybe help into it? Who knows? So today we're going to go ahead and take one of these off. I know I'm going to take off the aerial suspension. And let's just help out our QB here a little bit. Let's go ahead and reduce the effects of pressure on him. And maybe that'll help him, you know, stay in the pocket a little bit longer to get these catches in. But, oh, I went all the way back out. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that. Confirm our scouting here and see if we can maybe take down the Bears. And so you guys can see a quick look at how our injury report is. I don't know why. I still have guys on the IR that I have not been able to take off all year. It won't let me do it. I don't know if maybe I missed my opportunity. I've been checking every week. I come here to check because we get a new injury every week. But it has not let me take any of the guys that have no injuries. So like Winston Reed, I haven't been able to take off. Nathaniel Watson, you know, missing out on him. But we do have hella injuries here that have, you know, happened recently. David Njoku is back on here again for 3 more weeks with a dislocated ankle. We have Devin Bush on here for 1 more week with a torn labrum. JOK, 5 weeks with a fractured hip. We've got Isaiah McGuire here, 2 weeks with an upper arm fracture. So I mean, we are missing some key pieces here on this team, and maybe that factors into the offense not playing as well with our star tight end being down and then the defense lacking. But even though defense is lacking, we're still only giving up 19.6 runs a game. We have the 11th best scoring defense in the league, so we're actually playing good defense. It's literally just the passing offense. All right, finally getting into some action here today against the Chicago Bears. Both of us only 3 wins, so we're going to see, you know, battle of the booty cheek teams and see if we can improve to 4 wins here on the year. Of course, you know, we definitely don't want to necessarily like tank or anything like that, but I want to see us get some victories as much as possible. So we're going to jump into this game here. We're going to be on defense first. And let's see, you know, how well this defense is actually playing for us. So going against Caleb Williams and the Bears offense. They've seen their fair share of struggles as well on both sides of the ball. Going to motion the tight end back to the other side. Run game going through here. And look at that, in the backfield immediately. Jerome Baker already making plays. So I would be right in guessing that probably most of our rushing yards that we give up is Caleb Sells that went over the head of his open receiver. It's probably due to us being down in like the 4th quarter and them doing nothing but running the ball and kind of padding the stats. Outside of that, I think our defense is actually printing in a pretty good spot here as they go with the screen pass to the outside. We come up, spin move, as we might have plugged him up. Nope, he reached forward for it. I thought we might have got him before he reached that little line, but screenplay perfectly timed up and our defender looks stupid. Going to send in some pressure here. Nobody's going to get there. Caleb's going to move out of the pocket. We had a spy up and Newsome can't do anything. Never seen such a slow DB in my life. We had you on a spy and you still couldn't get to the quarterback. Play action read here. No pressure as Garrett's forced all the way inside. He's basically being neutralized. I think every game that we watch, I see Myles Garrett just kind of disappear. He's not pressuring the QB in their face. He's getting kind of taken inside. Like, not even on a double team. And he's getting set up on the outside. Dropping back here. Another handoff up the middle, and we're there to wrap that up. Number 96, Malik Collins. Third string defensive tackle actually on the field. Must be like our pass rushing set. He comes in. Don't forget about Graham, though, up the middle. Let's see if he makes a play here. We have a guy on the ground. Caleb Williams is running, and we got him to the floor. Joe Tyron Shinoka. 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions on the year. It makes me disgusted. It makes me want to jump into the game and play forward because obviously something is not going right. We go with the trap to start out the game, and they sent a beautiful blitz to go in and stop that with ease. Now, I know I mentioned I changed the playbook up at the bye week, and we haven't seen it really changing it yet. As here goes Sanders running out of the pocket, making something happen here. He's not going to slide down until he gets that first. Now, don't get me wrong, I love that he's running more often, but can we get you to, find your receivers? Can we get some receivers to help you out? Dropping back, you have underneath here. He's not even going to look for it. He's just going to take off himself and slide again. Doing the receiver across formation here. That's Cedric Tillman. We're going to go with a halfback handoff here up the middle as Juckins is going nowhere, actually. 34, that's Jerome Ford in the game. Is Juckins hurt again? I didn't see him on the injury report before we started off here. Dropping back, looking, fires it out. Judy just dropped the rock. There's absolutely nothing you could do if you're going to drop a wide open pass that could have been for the first. Now, great punt here by us as we push them back deep into their own territory. As they will rush forward, and that's DeAndre Swift giving them some room. I hate that he had to leave Detroit, but, I mean, obviously have a two-man tandem out there. He was going to get any touches, but he has not done too well here with the Bears in real life. That's going to be a sack by Mason Graham. Not going to quite get him in the end zone as I guess the foot was on the line. I hate how they go with the point of contact. Anywhere else, they mark you down where your body hits. But when it comes to a safety, they're like, oh, no, he made contact before the end zone, so we're going to put them right on the outside. Like, nah, let that be a safety too. 3rd and 10 as we put them right back to where they were because of that. They're going to go right back with the handoff. Swift here up the middle. Big running lane. And are you kidding me? Maybe it's not, yardage at the end of the game. Maybe it's just 3rd downs like that where we give up a 3rd and 10 first down run. Why was the middle of the field so open? Dropping back. Caleb Williams looking. Fires it out to his open receiver. Y'all have never done these rebuilds before, too, especially when you're just watching and not playing. That first season, if you're truly getting a team that needs to be rebuilt, is going to frustrate you. It's going to look like some of the worst gameplay that you've ever seen in your life because you have a lot of either veterans that are on the way out, young guys that haven't been developed yet. You got a couple stars here and there that will make you excited and give you hope. But like this, there goes the pocket collapsing again because of Graham and Malik Collins there. Williams in trips formation, looking. Pockets closing around him. If he hits as he throws deep down the field, he has his target and he knocks it loose. Great play there down the field. Who is that, Hickman? Hickman and Connor in coverage. I think Connor got the knockout, though. Hickman made the tackle to, fully take him to the ground. He was open, though. He definitely had a step for a second. If Caleb Williams throws a better ball, it might have got there, and that one gets hit out of bounds as Garrett finally showing some pressure. All right, can we finally see Shedeur put up some good stats here for once? Let's get a pass play down the field here. Handoff up the middle. I'll take it there by Ford as he breaks a couple tackles before getting taken down. I think they rearranged my depth chart again and put him as a starter. Let's see how he does today, though. If it starts to look too bad, we're going to switch things up. Dropping back. Pockets collapsing. Blitz is coming in, and I got to see. Mesh drag. Like, it's a drag routes. What are you looking for? Drag. I mean, okay. If we're being honest, I mean, only I would throw the Cedric Tillman here. I also probably would hit number 2, DeAndre Carter there. But by the time he gets a point to throw it, it's a sack here. I mean, guys are taking forever to get open. I mean, look at 44 here. Who is 44? Like, what was Harold Fannin Jr.? I got to change your number, bro, because we can't be a tight end in 44. But what is this? Yeah, no, that's completely on Harold getting held up. They're literally just running into him. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the receivers are not getting open for him. We're not seeing any kind of changes. So going to drop back here. Pocket's looking good. Nope. Finally throws it down the field and finds the right open receiver, Jerry Jeudy. Gets us the first down. I went one play there because I did not think that we were going to get it. Finally finding Jerry Jeudy. Because it took forever for that play to develop. We have plays that I would think are quick plays, quick reads underneath. And he's taking forever to find the guys open. Jeudy catches another one here. Back-to-back targets. Finish up this last drive here, and then we'll kind of skip ahead a little bit. See if things get interesting late. Dropping back here. Pocket's looking good. It's man coverage across the board. Sanders still staying in there, and he could have took off and didn't. There we go. 35-yard touchdown pass to Jerry Jeudy. Finally. I was wanting to see us score our first touchdown, but hey, I'll take that. We finally take the board or take the lead here, 7-0 here. As the end of the half is about to come to a close. Backwards play there on first. Huge ball there by Luton Jr. As we come up on the 2-minute warning. Can they put up points here to end the half? All right, Bears. What do y'all got? Y'all in scoring position finally. They are at least in field goal range, so it's like no timeouts here. They're just going to call the play quickly. 2nd and 7 here, going with another run here up the middle. Swift gets enough for about 5 there. Now with about 67 seconds to go, they're going to go empty formation here. Pocket's looking close. Caleb's taking up. Where is 49 running? Who is that? Carson, what are you doing? You've had a great season all year. You're just going to let Caleb run right by you? He's actually reached 100 tackles on the season, got a big upgrade. He had like 3 XP points again, just kind of like Mason Graham, but that was just plain stupidity. He let the quarterback run right by him. And then there's an easy run play by Swift. Touchdown. We had him on the ropes, and we just give it up. Both times running right by Carson. And y'all can see his third quarter that started off pitiful. It was 7-7. We got a turnover right before half with them in great position to kick a field goal. Scored a long touchdown. What was it? It just popped up a second ago. It was like a 70-something yard touchdown here. Let's see. Where did it just go? Oh, fumble recovery. Okay, so it wasn't even. Oh, there it goes. 92-yard touchdown to DJ Moore. Then we fumble on the kickoff, put in a position to kick another field goal, and now they got the ball back again. Like this is just straight ridiculous. We can't catch a break. We score 7 points. And then the team just forgets how to operate. Defense isn't stopping anything. You see, they're just driving down the field. I mean, every time we had a chance to move the ball, punt, turnover. I mean, this was really just a turnover-ridden game. I mean, I saw the ball go into the Bears' hands quickly like 5 different times. Another game where the completion percentage is low. 2 picks here again for Sanders. This season has not looked too good with him at quarterback. I'm not gonna, and this is the only time that I've actually seen this. Mind y'all, I think it's just the YouTube curse. I've seen other people do rebuilds, and almost every time after at least the first season, Shedeur somehow ends up at a 70, mid 70s overall, anywhere between 73 to 78. Has a fantastic first year, and the Browns actually end up with the winning record. So as to what's going on when I'm playing with them now is bewildering to me, because this was a downright embarrassing loss to a team that was of equal rank to us. Yeah, I told y'all this first season was gonna go quick if we didn't have any excitement, and it's already wrapped up. So we finished up here on a dub though against the Bengals. We did lose to the Bills and Steelers. I mean, there's nothing more we can learn from our losses. For real, I mean, obviously we know what the problem with this team is going to be. It's going to be getting Sanders more completion percentages, and I believe that's going to come from just our receivers getting better, getting open, and, you know, giving him more time to block. But, I mean, defensively, we actually played very good this season, you know, above what I thought we would. There were very few games where we gave up, like, a whole lot of points. Like here against the Steelers, we actually scored a lot here, 16. And I say a lot being, like, by our standard. 2 touchdowns here, 210 yards. He got sacked 7 times, though. I mean, there's constant. We watched the games. There's constant pressure in his face. He's having to hold the ball for a long period of time because nobody's really getting open. And we've seen that happen several times with our slow-mo cam, that they're not getting open quickly. But here, going against Jake Browning again, the team that we beat to start the season with, we ended up getting to him 5 times, forcing 2 more interceptions, 201 in the touchdown there for Sanders, 463 in the touchdown for himself. And overall, I mean, I got to say the season was kind of somewhat disappointing. I didn't think that we'd obviously be, huge playoff contenders, but to say that we finished 4-13, worst team in the AFC North, only 2 teams worse than us overall, and that's Miami and the Jets. It's kind of pretty bad. Jacksonville ends up turning their season around, making the postseason, so that means one of our first-round picks will be a lot later than we thought it was going to be all season. But, yeah, next time we come out, we will kind of definitely get into end-of-the-season stats and kind of showing where everything kind of rounded out at. A couple upgrades here. At least we're getting some good upgrades here, because I actually kind of saved these from the last couple games. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the ones that are important for us, or some key players for our team. Isaiah Bond, I think, could be that for us in the slot. Going to get him with the playmaker upgrade here, so he jumps up to a 73 overall. Plus 3 deep route running, plus 4 release. Definitely a key attribute that we need to look at for our receivers. 72 release. We need a lot more guys to get that up higher. Joe Tyron definitely was a great edge rusher for us, especially with us looking for more edge rushing presence here in this draft to possibly take up somebody on the edge. Him getting better would be a good idea. Plus 3 block shape, plus 3 finesse move, so he's at a 77, 79. Then we also have Carson. Let's go with the upgrade here for Carson, getting another one here. He's upgraded a lot this season. He's already up to, an 81 overall. Field general, 83 with his morality boost. He's actually seeing positive morale for the way he's been playing. Plus 88 tackling, 85 play rec, 89 pursuit, 79 zone coverage. He's going to be a great Mike backer for us. Just needs probably 1 or 2 more years to really get into that elite level. Grandel Pritt here. We're going to go with the hybrid upgrade for him. He's up to an 83 now. So that's plus 3 pursuit, plus 3 zone coverage, plus 1 man. He's at a 87 zone, 74 man split. Not bad at all. Mason Graham getting an upgrade here after his phenomenal season. We're going to go with a power rusher upgrade here, going up to an 85 overall now as a nose tackle, plus 2 block shape, plus 1 to his power moves. So that's at 89, 81, 77. And then lastly, but not least here, Shedeur Sanders getting 2 upgrades here to end the season. There, both are going right to field general. Definitely want to see, did he get any kind of like big XP boost for anything? No, it looks like he kind of achieved any awards here to receive any huge boost to himself. So we're definitely going to have to hope for a chance to upgrade this development at some point, because normal development just will not do. We'll go with the field general upgrade here to get him to that, and then got so close to possibly having that takeover as the top spot there. Plus 1 deep, plus 1 medium. Still 73 scrim. I don't know how medium deep helped him get. Okay, yeah, I do not know how that happened, but 72 field general, hopefully close to getting that to take over, and then maybe we'll start to actually see him sling the pill down the field more often. But between those two, we'll definitely have something to kind of go up against. Obviously, we have mock draft 3 we can take a quick look at here before we get out of here. Looks like we're kind of locked in for pick number 4. The guy is going with the left edge. As they say, TJ Bean will go number 1. Elijah Morgan number 2 to the Jets, and then the Saints going with another halfback here. So those are kind of switching up based off of who is that top pick. Looks like the Saints would go with quarterback. The Jets would go quarterback, leaving TJ Bean. So it's basically Elijah and TJ Bean are going to be 1 and 2. It depends on the team's needs. So right now, if the Dolphins get up there, they're going edge rusher, keeping their quarterback. If it's the Saints or Jets, they're going with the quarterback. We'll have to see if a trade maybe gets made, possibly. We're going left end, Manu Corona. Another quarterback, so 2 in the top 5. A receiver, Looney, jumping all the way up here to number 7. That's a pretty big jump. As Lockett is there at 8. Third quarterback at 12. With the Jags making it to the postseason, there goes a 4th quarterback in 5th, so they're still in there. Where are the Jags at? Where's our other pick? Oh, here goes 16. They got us going Michael Holmes here, left tackle. So depending on how good the Jags do, we could be picking at 4 and 16 in this first round, and then obviously having our second round picks. So definitely going to take some time here to look at the scouting reports here, build up a good draft plan before we get into the next episode, and really kind of focus in on some of this end of the year stuff. And actually, you know what? We haven't really spent too much time in today's video. It actually probably shouldn't be too long. So let's just look at the rankings here. 2,923 yards, 11 and 11 his first season. That is very bad. 55% completion percentage. I mean, these are really terrible numbers. 73 sacks though. You know, I normally wait to the end to kind of see where everybody ranks in the NFL, but 73 sacks. Is second most in the league behind Jake Browning, who we see the Bengals don't care about their O-line. So you can see where the problem is. Now, a lot of this is obviously holding the ball too long. And we've seen it's not just holding the ball too long because there's not open windows. There's open user windows, like things that I could force in there and probably go click on and make a play. But there's not openings for him to throw the ball. So I think it's just going to be upgrading our receivers and having some good 2s and 3s to mix up with Jerry Jeudy and keeping David Njoku on the field. Now running the ball here, we go back to just our team. Nobody over 1,000, but they combined for over 1,000 because we had a pretty split backfield. Not really much on the touchdown department there either. Receiving, nobody touched 1,000 yards. 800 was the most from Jeudy and Tillman. And you see the drastic drop off after that. Nobody else above 300. 68 receptions, 65 receptions, then nothing. 5 touchdowns for Jeudy. And then defensively, 144 tackles there for Carson, 103 for Devin Bush. Sacks looks like 10.5 from Graham, 15.5 for Myles Garrett with 18 TFLs. Is not too bad. Interceptions, finished with 2 for Kamari Connor, who we actually traded for. He came to the team late, working his way up here on the list of interceptions. I much so appreciate it. I think we put them at the nickel corner slot too. So he definitely has come in and made an impact. Forced fumbles, we only had 4 as a team. When we look at our team numbers, we're obviously the worst offense in the league. In a lot of categories, you see not even close with total yards, almost 500 below the Titans. Worst pass offense here with 42,000. Worst total offense. Worst pass offense with 28,000. Worst rush offense, actually, not even in the top 10. I can take that, but worst scoring offense at 10.2 points per game. 11 touchdowns through the air. 7 rushing touchdowns on the ground. Only the Broncos had the worst. Defensively, looks like we weren't up there near the top in total defense, but we also weren't at the bottom. Pass game near the top here with 3,520. Rush game with 18. Third worst rush defense, 331 points. Near the bottom, 50 sacks. Actually near the top, not too bad there. 9 interceptions is kind of near the bottom though too as well. So we definitely got to get more turnovers. Got to work on this offensive line, and we just overall have to get better. I mean, 4-13 is not a very good start off to the series. Now the players very happy with this. The media is okay. GM's all right. Coaching staff is kind of upset. I don't know what they would have to be upset about. And the fans are really not happy though. 4-13. That is not good job security. But in our first overall season, there's going to be a lot of improvements to be made to make this team that much better. So when I catch you guys in the next video, we'll be going through the offseason, seeing who wins the Super Bowl, going through free agency, the draft, and setting up a good preseason next week. So hope you guys did enjoy. It's me, your boy, SGG, a.k.a. Coach Smooth. When I catch you guys in the next video, man, I'm out for the day. Later.